Welcome back to What Are T-Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-100 LT. It's a Tier 10 Soviet light tank. It's located on the south spawn or east spawn of Malinovka, whichever way you want to call it. And this one is under the command of Oksydor of OLIMP. Game on. Stealthiest tank in the game. But at least, as far as I've been told, it is. It's a very fast little tank, jointly developed in the 1960s. They wanted to protect from 19mm shells. It was fast, it was nimble, it was stealthy, and it had very poor gun, 100mm main gun. Capable of doing 300 alpha with standard APCR, 230mm pen with standard, and with the premium AP, believe it, 248mm. Hey, Oksydor's got himself into a nice little spot here, and he's spotting a huge number of enemy tanks. Now the good thing is this thing does have the speed to get to this position, 72 kilometers an hour, so he's managed to get up here and spot a lot of enemy tanks very, very quickly. What he's got to watch out for is if any of those tanks actually have the commander's vision system and can actually see through the bushes and see that he's there and put a bit of lead down in his direction. It's not lead anyway, it's steel actually, but anyway, that aside, he has spotted a lot of enemy tanks and he's now sitting in the bushes happily spotting away, and our guys are getting huge amounts of damage. Look at that, already he's up to 2,389 and he hasn't even fired his gun once yet. Standard reload, 7.64 seconds. Oksydor's got 7.38 per shot. Oh, he's found another tank, Chieftain P. For a second there, he thought about pulling back because the Sharp Future 4 was getting rather close. Looked a bit dicey. Again, he's teasing. Keeps popping up. He is getting close. That's why he's actually indicating. And I think that shot from the Shah there, either it was aimed across the lake towards... No, he is randomly aiming, I think, at tanks that are going up the hill. Yes, that's what he's actually aiming for. And now he can pull up into this bush and hold it because... In fact, he probably does need to because he doesn't want to get spotted by the guys up the hill, although they are just outside view range. So he shouldn't be spotted. Now there are supposed to be enemy tanks near the cap area, and he's found one. It's an AMX-13-105. Now that would have been a problem if he'd been spotted, or he'd spotted us, because he's a light tank. And whoa, he pulled down very quickly, and yeah, that could have been very dicey there, because the shard just turned up out of nowhere. And all of a sudden he was within proxy range and he was spotted. Can't see the Shah now, but he's going to have to try and get close enough that he spots where he is. Oh, he's found out. Okay, he seems to be safe now. Back up into the bushes. Trouble is that Shah probably does know that he's here, and he just can't work out exactly whereabouts in the bushes he is. There he is, yeah. He's not willing to blind fire his shots to find out where Oksydor is, but in fact he's pulled back again. And now we've got an E50 coming in. Now, he might have enough tanks to actually get a scout medal. He is, after all, acting as a light tank. He is a light tank, and therefore his primary role is actually spotting where the enemy is and letting his teammates know. And now he's got into this bit right up on top of the hill where you can see a lot of vehicles, including the Heshbarn. And everybody will want to get that guy. 2 Arty on our team, and they're probably already salivating at the thought of getting a shell into the Heshbarn, because the Heshbarn, very little armor, about to be renovated. We saw the first video last night of the restoration team who are actually taking the Hesh bomb from outside the tank museum, and it's being sent to a farm so it can be restored. So it's going to be in pristine condition very shortly. Courtesy of Wargaming as well. They're paying for it, or paying most of it. Of course, they've got a Centurion Mark III hull to actually build it upon, because that's what the Hesh bomb was made from. Of course, it has that huge gun, the well, it's not an autoload mechanism. That's on the stage 1 version. But there's a whole lot of material that really needs to be renovated, and they have to take the thing apart, basically down to the bare metal almost. Okay, well, they're now moving. Just saw the enemy Char Future 4 go down, and we've been spotted. Oh, lot of tanks around here. In fact, he's found both the Arty. There's one. He's got a scout medal now. He did get 9 tanks. Those 2 Arty were the last 2 he needed to get the 9. It looks like it's going to be no chance for him to get a Pascucci's. Both Artys have gone down. But there's only one enemy left. It's the AMX 13105. That's the autoloader with a 105mm gun. And there he is, off in the distance. He must have way down to the south, and it looks like he's in the water at the moment. Well, he's probably going for a consolation prize of that Grilla 15, but he won't live very long. He did get the Grilla, but he's gonna die very quickly when this lot turns up. One shot, a big ram, and then shells start raining in. And there's the kill shot that wins the game from the other Grilla 15. And that was a successful game for Oksydor. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the first class tanker for Oksydor in the T-100 LT. In fact, he says that he was just 24 experience points from getting an ace tanker, so he missed out on it by a tiny amount. He did do his best to get a ram and also a shot right at the end of the game. It just wasn't enough to give him the ace tanker out of that game, but he did do a lot, and he did get his first ace tanker, or first class tanker, in the game. He also got his first mark of excellence in that game as well, would you believe it? So first class tanker, first mark of excellence, and nearly an ace as well. He got a spotter medal for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. Spotted a great deal more than that. He also got a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. And he did get the scout medal. The last 2 Arty turned out to be the last tanks he needed to get 9 spotted tanks. In fact, he did get 9 exactly, so that's where he earned the scout medal. And that means he's got part of the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity, of course, of light tanking is the spotter badge, the patrol duty, and the scout. If you get those 3 medals in any game, then you've fulfilled the Holy Trinity. You've done your job as a scout to actually find out where the enemy is, and that your teammates then tear the enemy apart. And if you can get it with an ace tanker, that's even better. But he was just 24 experience points away from getting that reward. And you can see he got a very low win rate because he didn't do much actual damage, but he did do a lot of spotting damage out of that game. A huge amount. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage because that actually went to the Grilla 15 at the end of the game. In fact, it's the one that died at the end of the game, just before the other Grilla 15 turned up. He got 3,399 hit points of damage. Didn't get a high caliber. Wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage went to the Centurion 7-1 with 3,256. And the third highest damage went to the CC1 Mark II, who got 2,955 hit points. And that Char Future managed to get tank sniper medal in that game. And there's Oksydor, 765. That's all he got. He didn't get any kills at all out of that game either. The high scorer being the M5Y with 4 kills. But when it came to base XP, he scored a huge amount. 1,207, the highest on the game. The only player to get over 1,000 in that game. The next highest being the Centurion 7-1, who only got 789. Just shows you the difference between Oksydor's score and how he played, and the Centurion 7-1. When it came to shots, you can see he only fired 2. Both shots hit the target and penetrated. 765 hit points of damage in total. He received 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. Yes, he did take some damage. 9 enemy vehicles spotted to earn the scout medal. 2 enemy vehicles damaged, but none killed. But look at that spotting. 10,216. A massive amount, which is why he got such a high score on the base XP. That really was a huge, huge spot. On the credit side, he actually earned a profit of 100,033 credits from the game, 7 bonds for it being tier 10, and 1,810 experience points as well. So a very, very good game. Pity that he missed out on the XP, on getting the ace, but it was just so close. I reckon if he managed to get another shot off, if only he'd actually been able to get a shot at one of those Artys, that might have been enough to get him. Well, he did hit the GW E100. If he'd actually hit the M53 or got a second shot at the GW, then that might have actually given him a chance to earn that extra 24 XP. But as it was a superb game in terms of the fact that he was on the edge all the way through, because that enemy Shure MV7X was not letting him get a stable spot where he could actually just sit there and watch the enemy. He had to basically fight for those bushes because the Shure just kept getting too close for comfort. Well, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.